We're going to make fried sweet potato cubes. It's for Thanksgiving, but I'm a little late with this recipe. So maybe you'll save it for next year. I'm tired of making the same old thing for Thanksgiving. Puree of sweet potatoes with all kind of crap in it. So, it's going to be sweet potato cubes, fried. And my ingredients are cranberry, chili powder, smoked paprika, onion, allspice, butter, salt, rosemary, fresh rosemary. You can't use dried, it has no flavor. Pure maple syrup, bacon, cinnamon, and of course the sweet potatoes. So first I'm starting off, I'm going to cook the bacon and the onions together. I'm going to cut up the sweet potatoes, fry them quickly, get the color on them fast, that means hot oil, and then everything's going to be tossed together. The fresh cranberries, I put them in a pot, I rinsed them, I put them in a pot, I brought them to a boil. You see the skin cracked, they're done. No sugar, because I'm using pure maple syrup. I peeled the sweet potato, and I'm going to cut rounds. And the thickness, take a ruler, put it up against there, 6/8. Let's say an inch. A little less than an inch, and just cut it in quarters. It may seem big, but what's going to happen, once you fry these, you're going to see how they shrink. The temperature is 375. I'm just going to cook one potato at a time. Of course, I didn't want to use a lot of oil, and plus, it has to continue like that, very quickly. So have it on the highest flame. Then I'm going to put it into the pan, get everything else cooked, toss it together, and then we're done. As you see, this is cooking very quickly, like a real deep fryer that you see in a commercial place. So you have to keep it rolling like that, fast. And a tall pot like this, it'll keep your stove from getting splattered all over. And what else? Well, that's about it. Then we'll go over here and we'll look at the onions and the bacon. And we'll add to that all of the spices and herbs. Don't forget, fresh thyme and rosemary are sitting on top. And then the spices. Now I'm going to cover this. Why? I don't want it to... It'll kind of steam somewhat, because the spices dry out everything, and now it's a very low flame simmer. Back to the deep frying. Nice color. Okay, so now you see how that's the potatoes. Now you're wondering, are they cooked or are they still a little firm inside? So you take your finger and you squeeze like that, and they're hard. That's okay. That's going to be finished in the oven. Meanwhile, you have to get all of the potatoes that color, because in the oven I'm not going to be cooking them that fast. Okay? Now into the onions, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of butter. That's for flavor. This is really done. I like the way that looks. The butter is going to give it flavor. I didn't season anything yet because it's going to be tossed together, and then I'll put the salt and pepper over it and drizzle the pure maple syrup. So that's ready. Almost done with the sweet potatoes. That's working out very nicely. Going to take all of the sweet potatoes and put them in the oven. I put them in there at 350, and these are hard. So 350, and maybe that'll take about 15 minutes. Now we're going to finish it up. Soft, squeeze it, it's soft. Because you're going to put this back in the oven just to warm up for Thanksgiving. So we're going to put in here salt and pepper. I like using the Himalayan fine pink salt. And then we take the rest of this. Well, I will say the cranberries are optional. You want to put raisins in here? Okay. Or craisins, but they're sweet. So I purposely wanted the cranberries to be a little tart. That's why I didn't put sugar in. And then we'll just drizzle the pure maple syrup all over, and then we're going to mix this up. With a spatula, a rubber one, so I don't tear into the aluminum foil. And then the cranberries, which are broken, as soon as they come to a boil, they pop. That's about a cup, and the rest of it I'll save for my cereal. Now we'll see if this works. And like I said, instead of putting out puree of sweet potatoes, you have something a little different. It has more of an eye appeal than mashed sweet potatoes. Nothing wrong with mashed sweet potatoes, except It's always nice to try something a little different. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making this today, taking it over to my cousin's house tomorrow. And this is replacing what I used to make, which was a puree of acorn squash, sweet potato, and butternut squash, which was tasty, but then I found that they're not eating it as much because someone else makes the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top. Oh, they just love that, especially the kids. That's okay. So now, and pure maple syrup is going to make this taste good anyway. Now you put a spoonful of this on a plate. This will be about 18 people over there tomorrow. Not everybody's going to take this, but I am going to taste a piece. I totally like that. Nice job to myself, I'm saying, because everything I do is like a la minute. Never made this before, but I figure all the ingredients I put together should taste good. It is. I hope you enjoy it. It's a fall sweet potato dish.